Did you think that because Charizard is banned you cannot play another Charizard-like Pokemon? So you are wrong, because we're having a Shadow Moltres content today for this channel. So we're gonna use the Shadow Abomasnow up on the lead, at the back the Shadow Alolan Marowak, and of course Shadow Moltres as our main closer. This team has a lot of potential as we are landing that big Fire Blast from our Shadow Alolan Marowak to that Noctowl. So this team proved to be one of the best ones that I have used for the Sunshine Cup. It was super fun. Of course it's gonna be glassy, I know, but still, if you want to have fun on Sunshine Cup and take some solid wins along the way, well, this team can help you a lot. These days I'm kinda ill, so my throat might be kinda sketchy sometimes, but it doesn't matter because the commentary will still be epic since we're having Shadow Moltres coming in pretty clutch here. Vigoroth now is shieldless and we have to rely on the damage output of our Pokemon. Sky Attack will take that Vigoroth out of the way before they reach to another move, and now they have at the back the Unova Stunfisk, so Overheat will obliterate this Unova Stunfisk, but still not enough to finish them off. Down we go unfortunately to the Discharge, and now we just need to survive the next move. Can we do it? It is gonna be the Discharge, 1 HP, and the Dream perhaps 2 HP, and our Abomasnow will grab this victory with that final Powder Snow. Gliscor up on the next lead, and because before we were having the Vigoroth up on the lead, which is pretty bad, we still won this battle. Now we're gonna have a very good one. Towards the entire video you're gonna see that we're having some really bad leads as well, and Macargo is one of the worst that you can get with this team on any alignment, not only up on the lead. So anyways, Gliscor returns, and now we're having, after the Fire Blast obliterating that Vigoroth, I believe, out of the way, now the Shadow Bone is just gonna do a lot of damage to that Gliscor. So this team has a lot of potential, and guess what, at the back they're having the Macargo. How are we possibly gonna win this? I have no clue at all. So their defense has dropped, so all of a sudden we're having a win con here. Now the Rock Tomb will do a lot of work up against our Pokemon, and they pass through a move which is pretty bad. So all we have to do now is to rely on our Moltres here for that finish off, despite the fact that we're getting completely debuffed. Down they go, they still have the shield. Gliscor returns into the battle, and let's see if we can outspeed to the next move. 1, 2, 3, and here comes the Sky Attack for the finish off against the Gliscor. Horrible outcome for my opponent, but still we managed to pull through. So look at that, even against the Macargo this team had a lot of potential. Callum on Toast, feel free to check this trainer out because they're having a very nice YouTube channel with a lot of spies that you definitely need to visit soon after this video, and you're gonna see that they're having spies against me as well. So hopefully they're gonna use their own version of this battle on their end. So let's see what we got here, because those Shadow Bones are gonna take both of them shields out of the way of this Flygon. So seeing that ground type and Dragon at the same time, perhaps they're having an ABB team style, and of course I'm expecting spies at the back. So Shadow Moltres now able to finish off the Flygon. We spent our shield correctly here, and now whatever comes in will get obliterated. Donphan with that amazing damage output, and of course we have to throw, however they manage to catch, and now they can bring us to no HP easily from one Shadow to another with that Body Slam. Great catch here. If that was not a catch, well, we could have easily won, but of course Callum on Toast is a skillful trainer playing spies all the time, so that's why I recommend this trainer's channel to you. So into the next one now, we're having the Noctowl on the switch. Fire Blast able to be blocked by my opponent. You know what, I will take this, I don't care at all. So Shadow Ball now is gonna connect, and obviously they went for the undercharge because that was a super effective move and they could easily go ahead and finish me off with Sile. I cannot reach quite right on time on that Shadow Bone. I'm still not familiar on how I can play with that Alolan Shadow Marowak, but anyways, now my Abomasnow is just gonna do a lot of work up against that Noctowl. Down we go eventually, but look at how low they are. Perhaps now we can completely farm down with our Moltres. Down they go, they return now with a Victini. We have to respect the damage even from that resisted V-Create or the Psychic, which ends up being a Psychic, and now we're just gonna keep going with our moves. Sky Attack here will finish off this Pokemon with ease, and now at the back they have the Shadow Swampert. Normally this is a very bad one because they are a water type, we're fire, and they can definitely outspeed. However, we're having here the energy advantage, and the double Sky Attack will finish them off before they even unleash one single move, which is pretty neat. Nidoqueen the next one, and we're having a very bad lead. However, they decide to switch out, and that was pretty nice for me because I know that my backline, especially the Alolan Marowak, will be a much better contestant against that Nidoqueen, and I was about to stay in anyways because I still do super effective damage back at them with my Ice type moves. Perhaps they were thinking the same. Down they go with a double. I will try to reach to that weather ball of my own. However, I cannot do that because that poison jab damage is amazing. So now we're gonna expect something like an earth power, to be honest. Perhaps I need to block here if I want to play this correctly, and it ends up being an earth power. Okay, so now all we have to do is to reach to the next move. They end up using their Vigoroth as a safe switch here, so we got to bring our Moltres to grab that final shield out of the way. They managed to take it, which is big news for them, and of course that can work only positive for them. So I will try to finish them off, and they will do the same. So down we go at the same time, and all we have to do here is to reach to that Shadow Bone and then the Fire Blast. If we can do that correctly, we're gonna have so much fun. So let's see what they're gonna throw here. If that is gonna be a Poison Fang, things can get pretty weird, but they have the double nuke on the Nidoqueen. Are you kidding me? Stone Edge and Earth Power, and now the Fire Blast will be a disappointment for our opponent, but an overhyped move for us. So Gliscor once again up on the lead, pretty horrible lead for them, and we're gonna switch out into our safe switch, the Shadow Alolan Marowak, able to get those body slams. Even a Bulldoze can be taken because we are kinda defensive even on our Shadow status here. They're gonna block the Fire Blast, which is pretty cool for them, but to be honest, if they get to another body slam, which they do, and not gonna unleash the Bulldoze power, well, we're gonna be on a very good spot overall. Someone is doing something with their car. I don't know why every time I make a video someone is doing something with their vehicles. Anyways, another Fire Blast from my side, and as you can see they are gonna block it, and now we're just gonna keep going with that pressure. A Bulldoze will take us out, but it doesn't matter because now Moltres can go in and start farming down some crucial energy. Seeing the Gliscor going in makes me think that I can definitely go ahead and switch out to my Abomasnow. I will not need it at all against the Vigoroth, and of course I can use it as a punching bag because I will just go ahead and finish them off. However, I have the usual FPS drop on Go Battle Lag, and I cannot reach to my move while I should have gotten there, and now all I have to do here is to block one move, farm as much as possible before throwing the overhit, as I'm gonna get debuffed, and of course my wing attacks will do less damage, and now I can hope that this overhit will just be enough up against them, and that is gonna be a fantastic win. Aragorn is my king. I think this one is a streamer, so huge shout out to them as well. So let's see how well we can do here, because we're grabbing a very decent lead against this Noctowl. Under shields we should be just fine, and it's all up to our Pokemon to decide the outcome if we want to go for the 2 shields or the 1 shield scenario. So here, because they double shield, I will let that go through because I have 1 shield, they have none, and my Moltres can definitely go in and start farming down some crucial energy once again. So Sky Attack here will be blocked. Swampert at the back, we can easily finish it off with a Sky Attack. What do you have at the back, Aragorn? We can definitely go ahead now and bring our Alolan Marowak because we know they're switch locked, and I have to rely on the Moltres for the closing part. Shadow Ball here almost gonna take us out, and we can reach now to that Shadow Bone. This will be enough to finish off the normal type Pokemon. At the back they have the Swallow, and guess what, trainer's overheat is coming up to lead things up into Ashes, and that is gonna be a fantastic ending to this video. Thank you for watching and staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go and subscribe to the channel, and of course if you want to support even more, joining as a member can always help me even more as usual. So about that, you can always check on this video as it might be of interest to you, and I have some really good teams for you to try out. So what are you waiting for? Just go for it, click on the video, and I will see you in the next one.